Foreign Affairs Cabinet Secretary Monica Juma says the row between Kenya and Somalia is much deeper than a diplomatic spat. Juma, who appeared before the National Assembly's Defense and Foreign Relations Committee, says the row touches on issues that are of national importance to Kenya. NTV's Silas reports.
Let's take our seat, members.
Foreign Affairs Cabinet Secretary Monica Juma was appearing before the National Assembly's Defense and Foreign Relations Committee,
and your team,
whose members she told that the ongoing quarrel between Kenya and Somalia is not a mere spat.
It is not a diplomatic spat. It is a matter of concern that arose and which we raised through the diplomatic channels. So we would have no difficulty, Chair, to brief this committee or any other public that is interested on this matter.
The CS was responding to queries about Kenya accusing the Somali government of auctioning gas and oil blocks in an area under dispute between the two countries. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs summoned Kenya's ambassador to Somalia and asked Somalia's ambassador to Kenya to exit the country.
The so-called the diplomatic spat that we wanted the CS to appraise this committee on what has happened and what is happening and a lot of issues about it.
CS Juma, who was before the committee to also speak about the budgetary allocation and expenditure of the ministry in the 2019-2020 financial year, says the ministry will stand by its decision.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs is ready and willing to brief this committee on the matter that you have referenced. Therefore, the proposal for us to meet with the committee tomorrow is acceptable to us.
The Kenyan government has termed the decision by Somalia to auction the blocks as selfish and against the spirit of goodwill that the two countries had extended to one another ahead of the resolution of the row at the International Court of Justice. Somalia has termed the accusations as false, denying sale of the blocks and asserting that it will await the ruling of the Hague-based ICJ and go by the decision of the judges.
What we deem as our priorities for 2019.
The Foreign Affairs CS also dismissed claims that some 6 ambassadors appointed by the government had been rejected by their host countries over integrity queries, saying that all the ambassadors, including former DCI Ndegwa Muhoro and former Sports Cabinet Secretary Hassan Wario, had assumed duty in their stations.
The committee says that the CS is expected to answer questions on the causes and the nature of conflict between Kenya and Somalia and the implications that the row may have between the two countries that have oftentimes had an on and off relationship. Silas, NTV.